Okay, so I think that now we can start. Thank you so much for having us today. We are very glad to be here and talk to all of you. So I'll start sharing the PowerPoint that we prepared. So today we are here to talk about Intro to FLL and FTC, First Lego League and First Tech Challenge. And we are from Team Under Control M56, and we are going to present ourselves first. First, I would just like to share with you the table of contents that we are going to talk today. First, we're going to present ourselves and our team, and then we will talk about FLL, like a general explanation of the category, kits and materials used, core values, all the subcategories that are inside FLL, and other things. And also later, we will talk about the same aspects from FTC, and then we will end with a Q&A of both categories and answer all of your questions. So first, I think that we can present ourselves. This is me. I am Amanda. Hello. I am 1156 team captain. I have joined the team in 2018, and I work the most with outreach, which is my favorite area. I don't know what else to say. I am also an FLL and FTC and FRC judge, so I have a really good experience inside FIRST. So I'm really happy to be here today talking with you. And I think that's all you need to know about me. And feel free to ask me whatever you want, and feel free to follow me if you want to. So, João, you can go now.
Hi, everyone. My name is João, and I am from Team 1156. I've been connected to FIRST since I was 11 years old. I started in FLL in 2015, then progressed to FTC and FRC. I've also been a judge in FLL and FRC, so it's an honor to be here.
So that's it. We are both from 1156. I didn't put a picture of our team here, shame on me, but we are an FRC team that exists since 2002, and we have been Chairman's Award finalists at the World Championship this year. So we have a really good experience with FLL, FTC, and FRC. So you can count on us to learn more about these three categories. So let's start. First, we will talk about what is FLL. First Lego League, or FLL, introduced science, technology, engineering, and math, which is STEM, to children from age 4 or 60. That can vary to the age of the country, actually. But they do that through fun, exciting hands-on learning, through robots with Lego kits and another set. So the participants of this category gain real-world problem-solving experience through a guided global robotics program, which help students and teachers to solve real-world problems and build a better future together. So here we have a picture of an FLL field, which is built all of Lego, and it has those carpets. And the students have to mainly build a robot that will complete missions along the field in an estimated period of time. So we will talk more about it, but just take a look at the field. It's very interesting. It's a very interesting category and really important inside FIRST. So, João, I should say you can go.
So in the FLL, we have the three main elements that would be the core values, the research, and the robot, okay? So they have different weights in the competition, but that's not very important right now. The important is, as we see right here, the first core values are the cornerstones of the program. They are among the fundamental elements that distinguish First Lego League. And by embracing the core values, participants learn that friendly competition and mutual gain are not separate goals. And that helping one another is the foundation of teamwork. So FLL is more directed to kids, so it's important for them to learn that they don't have to fight with other teams to be the best. It's important to work together so we can be both the best teams, you know?
Yeah, these are the three pillars of FIRST, and they're very interesting. There's a pyramid that we will always see along the competition. Moving on, we have like more specific core values. There's inclusion, discovery, teamwork, innovation, impact, and fun. Which one have specific characteristics? Like, for example, in discovery, we will explore new skills and ideas. Teamwork, we are stronger when we work together. Fun, we enjoy and celebrate what we do, and it goes on and on. So these are the principal FLL core values that you will see, and you will find it along the competition, and it's very reinforced along the team.
In FLL, we have three different programs. The first one is the First Lego League Discover, which is targeted to kids from 4 to 6. Then First Lego League Explore from 6 to 10, and the First Lego League Challenge, which is from 9 to 16.
Yeah, and each one has its specific characteristics. Like, I think that until last year we had FLL and FLL Junior, but now it's more divided. Like, we have FLL Discover, Explore, and Challenge. So what you used to see as FLL Junior, now it's Discover and Explore, and FLL became FLL Challenge. So in Discover, they play with Lego Duplo bricks and they learn through that. In Explore, they will start to learn like problems of the real world and they will start to learn how to code. And First Lego League, they will have to complete all of these missions inside that game field that I said in the beginning of the meet. So that's it.
So how to start your own team and about the cost and registration. You'll need teams of up to 10 children from ages from 9 to 16, or if you want lower brackets, you can go from 4 to 8. Adult coaches and mentors, a meeting place like a school, a community space, a garage, or something like that. Parents, teachers, community volunteers to help. And the most important part would be the Lego Mindstorms robot set and the annual challenge set with a minimum of 8 weeks of work, which is the season for the competition.
Yeah, and also here we have a student overview. Like in May to September, you will have to register your team online. You can do that through the first website. Through August, we will have the challenge release. This year, it's related to Fort Forward. So you can check it out. It's already on YouTube, the video and all the challenges that you have to do. And from September to March, you will build, program, and research and do all the material that you need to the competition. And until November and March, it's the tournament season when you will be competing on your national or regional competition. And then you will go to the championship, I think it's in May. But this is like a little season overview of all you have to do on a FLL team. So here we have some of the impacts that First Lego League has promoted to its students and volunteers and teachers. Like 98% of them improved problem-solving skills, 95% increased time management skills, 92% of them increased conflict resolution skills, and over 76% have strengthened communication skills. So FLL is really worth it, like on the life of students and kids, because it brings like a lot of different skills and important skills that many of them will only like develop on adult life, or even on the job market. So it's a really good opportunity to make them gain some skills that are really needed nowadays, and they can be developed since an early age. So FLL promotes that, and it's a really important and big category inside First. So I think that's why we had to talk about FLL. But now let's head to FTC.
So what is the FTC? The First Tech Challenge students learn to think like engineers. Team designs, build and code robots to compete in an alliance format against other teams. Robots are built from a reusable platform powered by Android technology and can be coded using a variety of levels of Java-based programming.
Yeah, this is the picture of the field from the 2018 season. So you can see there are like a lot of different materials from FLL. Like it's a bigger field and it's like more complicated. So it's developed to students from like an older age, but it's really cool and it's really interesting as well. And they have learned like to code in a Discode programming language that is now Java. It's not like with Lego anymore. So like from FTC, you start to learn like characteristics that you will only use in the job market or like in industries. So it's like the opening door to this field of First. Like we are from FRC, so we deal with industry characteristics and industry machines and more. So FTC is like the opening door to this. So the really cool thing about First Tech Challenge is all skill levels are welcome and needed, like both technical or non-technical. So students and both adult members are encouraged to build any skills they have, like coding, electronics, metalworking, project management, development, graphic design, web creation, videography, and more. And they also need like adult coaches to be with them. They need mentors as well. And they gain skills and confidence in a supportive and inclusive environment. Like, what do we mean by saying that technical and non-technical skills are important is that inside an FTC team, you will have like a little company that you will have to take care of social media. You will have to take care of your robot, of course. You will have to develop outreach projects and other things. So that's why we say that we need both technical and non-technical skills and persons capacitated on that both areas.
So how to start your own team? You could have an individual team or a class pack. The individual team is up to 15 students as they work together to design, build, and program a robot by exploring advanced engineering concepts, brainstorming innovative ideas, and developing career-ready practices. Participants have access to over $8 million in scholarships to colleges and universities and technical programs. And in a class pack, you have a larger and flexible curricular option for up to 24 students in the classroom or after-school programming. And students will create a robot and utilize tools for self-growth in technical skills development and engineering design. Each semester of the course culminates in an event where students present what they've learned and use their robot to compete in a class minigame.
Yeah, so these are like both, like you can require each one of these possibilities. There's more information on the first side, but individual teams are more popular. So you can like choose which one you feel is better for you or better for your school. So here we have cost and registration from Fry Transit, that is now the current season of FTC. Like in North America, it's about $275 to start your own team. Like this cost can vary depending on the country you are at. Like it can be cheaper or it can be expensive, more expensive, but it only like it doesn't go much way from the price that is already in North America. So when you register a team, it is important to have in mind that you will have to do that through the FRC system, like and other costs that you will have to afford it. So it's really important to like have an economic plan and run like fundraising events in order to raise money for your team, because like in order to keep an FTC team, it is a little bit more expensive than FLL. So you have to be well prepared. And from the moment that you register your team, you will receive your official First Tech Challenge team number that will stay with you forever as long as you compete. And you'll have the ability to register and compete in official or remote in-person First Tech Challenge events. Like it didn't happen in the past, but since the COVID pandemic, now we have the possibility to compete like remotely. So you can choose that if you want to go in person or remote. And you have access to the first storefront for discount and control system components and robot kits. Like in First Tech Challenge, we work with GoBuilda, Enzymark, and Rev Robotics. There are brands that support First Tech Challenge, like with materials from your robot, things like electronic components or like metal components or anything you have to build your robot. And you will have also access to resources for team management and career readiness. You'll have the ability to compete for team awards, like First Tech Challenge Dean List Award. John can talk a little bit more about it. He's a Dean List. But inside First Tech Challenge, we have some awards that recognize the team as a whole, like the Inspiration Award, the Inspire Award, or the Dean List Award that goes to one individual as well. And there's a lot of several awards that you can compete, and you will be able to do that since you register as a team. And we will also have the possibility to assess career discovery opportunities, networking, and the Ford Scholarship Program. Like this is offered since FTC and FRC. So as long as you compete in one of these categories, you will have access to scholarship programs like in universities in the USA, Canada, and other countries. So it's a really good and worth category because you will have possibilities for the rest of your life. Like you will be something really capable of learning new skills and something that are really needed in the job market nowadays. So First Tech Challenge is an opening door for that. Like you will learn some abilities that you would only learn in the job market, but now you have to learn like earlier. So it's a really differential thing that you will have in your career. So here's the impact.
So 87% of the expressed interest in attending college, 98% of problem-solving skills increase, and 100% teamwork skills increase.
Yeah, these are something of impact that was proved inside the first tech challenge category. And it's really worth it, as I said before, because it impacts not only the students, but its mentors and coaches and everyone involved. So it's a really, really good category, as also FLL is. And I hope that you enjoyed what we have to say. It wasn't that long because we really wanted to bring you just a little brief of what FTC and FLL are. So if you're interested, you can learn more with us, or you can even search online. And we want to talk with you a little bit more about it, like in other opportunities. But we just wanted to say a little bit so you can like feel inspired and wanted to learn more. We just wanted to sparkle you that. We just wanted to bring you that sparkle of curiosity in order for you to search more about it and learn more about it. So thank you for this opportunity, and thank you for listening to us. Now, if you have any questions, feel free to ask us. We will be here asking and answering everything that you want to know.
Well, thank you for your presentation. It was amazing. And now we have some questions. An anonymous attendee is asking if he is in 8th grade and in his school they have both FLL and FTC teams. Which one do you think he should choose?
It really depends on what you have in mind for now. So if you are able to get in both, I would say that your age probably says that you should be in FTC by now. But if you want to try it, then you can try first in FLL and then go to FTC. It's a they are progressive programs, so there's no problem for you to get right now in FLL, try for a season, and then in the next season you can try for the FTC. If you're a little older, I would say the FTC would be better because it relates more to jobs and college and those types of things, where you won't see that much in FLL. But if you're starting now and first you want to get like slow, then you should go to FLL, start there and get to know about first its values and how it works. And then in the next season, you can be an FTC student.
I agree with you.
Oh, sorry.
No, you can go.
Okay, sorry. Another anonymous attendee asked if there is any way to reduce expenses.
Like the amount of money that you need to spend at the beginning is like, I think that you can reduce that. Like it's a fixed price that you have to spend to start on a team, like even FLL or FTC team. But as the season goes on, you can do like fundraising events in order to reduce the cost from your team. Like some examples that we do here, we do like thrift shops. Like it's a basic idea, but we are always able to like gain a lot of money that helps our team along the way, like in order to build pieces, and in the next year to build the next kit, like it wouldn't be that expensive. So like from the beginning, you will have to spend a certain amount of money, but as the team goes on, you will have more opportunities to reduce the prices that you have to pay. And you can also have sponsors that are a really good way to gain money to help you. Like I know there are like big sponsors that are always looking for first teams, and they're always supporting first teams, such as John Deere in the US. In the US, there's Google, NASA, Microsoft. They're always supporting teams, so you can always like submit grants for these brands. Like they always open grants that you can answer and talk about your team and how do you need that money and how much do you need and what for. So these are good opportunities that you can find like in your second year as a team or before you start, after you start, sorry.
Yeah, it's also important to remember that the cost may vary from region to region, and some operators are first in countries like Brazil or in Europe and some in South America. They have different costs, and they can help you to reduce costs. There are some sponsorship programs that you directly go to the first operator on your country and talk to them, and they might help you to reduce the costs.
So now we have another question from an anonymous attendee. How we can motivate an enterprise or a school to open a team?
I believe the best way to do that is to show them throughout these sort of presentations, where you can show data that proves that both FLL and FTC are good for your school and are good for your students. We can also, we have done before scheduling with schools. Like we have a lot of students in this school that want to become part of FIRST, and then we'll go there and talk to that school. That is also a way. There's a lot of ways you can use to show them how good and how worth it is to have FIRST in your school. I would say the best would be show them these type of presentations. Talk to your director if that's a school, or talk to the company and show them the results, the data that proves how good FLL and FTC are, and that probably might help you.
Yeah, like those numbers of impact that we have shown you, it's really important, and will also help you, of course, like show how many students are engaged and how many opportunities it can provide to your school, to your teachers, to your students. So I think that's a really good way to motivate them and encourage them to bring this category to you.
Another question we have, it's from Wespino, and he asks, with what organizations have you had success to open FTC Teams?
So we had success opening FTC Teams here in Brazil with the first operator, the local first operator, which is SESI. We have now about 50 teams, I believe. Some are from SESI and some are from outer schools, from private schools or something like that. It was a huge success here in Brazil, but we had FLL first, and they know how we had for like 10 years FLL in Brazil. So we talked to them and we showed them what FTC was, and they felt like it was really close to FLL, but in some sort of advanced way. That's what we talked to them, and they accepted the idea. We started in 2019 with 16 teams around all Brazil, and in the next season we already had more than double that, and now we have even more. So and there's also some we have contacted some teams in America, and we are now working with some teams in Nigeria. So there are a lot of success cases in FTC.
We have another question. Do you have a special area or group dedicated especially to mentor teams? And how can you mentor many at the same time?
So like basically inside our team, everyone helps to mentor other teams. Like it depends on each area they need this mentorization. Like as Ron said, now we're mentoring some teams in Nigeria. So sometimes we invite some members from our outreach area to talk with them about awards, or other day we'll invite some teams from our technical areas to talk about the robots. So it depends. Like there are always people inside our team that do that job, like with the help from our mentor. So it depends on which area they need mentorization. But we mentor many at the same time through live videos, which is what we are doing right now. We're always preparing some material from them. Like as Ron said, we have mentored a lot of FLL teams in 2019 and 2020, and now we're doing it as well. So we have like a lot of material prepared that we can apply. It's scalable. So we will always be able to use that material, and we can also like put some modifications that change every year, but it's also the same material and it's very scalable. So we can help the teams with that. And through live conferences, I think it's the best way to do that from a long distance, and especially right now.
And now someone asks from an FTC team, how can our FTC team be successful with only 5 members? We are struggling convincing our friends to join the team.
Yeah, it's very complicated to start with fewer members. We've had this problem here with our FTC team. We started with only 7 members. It was pretty hard in the first season. But I think that even though it's hard, it's something that if you want to work with robotics, and first you'll have to go through. Some places and some teams will have a lot of problems when it comes to being sustainable to members, and it is pretty common. But what I would say to you is let this season work out the way it will. You know, you probably won't be the best team in the world. You probably won't have the best robot, but do your best and show them how it works, you know, like give this season to work and understand how FTC works so you can show them how good it is and how it works, you know. It becomes a lot easier when you understand what you are doing, you know.
Yeah, and also like promote maybe a specific role, the ones that are in the team right now, so they really know what they have to do inside the team. So you can work together, but with everyone doing their function, you know. So it is also a good way to engage them and make sure that everyone has something to do and they won't feel like unmotivated on something.
Another anonymous attendee asks if you distribute part of fees or you rely completely on a sponsor.
Sorry, can you repeat that? I didn't listen.
Oh, sorry, I think my internet it's a little weak. Well, someone is asking if you distribute part of your budget to open teams or if you totally rely on a.
So there's a lot of ways to start an FTC team. Like you don't always have to help them with money. You can help them through registering them in the first system, which is also the definition of starting a team. So if you don't have enough money, you can, of course, contact a sponsor that will help you with that, or even you can contact your local first operator, as we said in the beginning. Like here in Brazil, we have TESI. So what happens a lot here is that they pay for those costs from the beginning of starting a team, and we help them through registering the teams in the first system and giving them material and assistance. So this is something that you can do. You can work in partnership with your local first operator, or you can choose a sponsor that is already helping you. So you can do that job together and it will be easier for you.
Another anonymous attendee is asking how we can request government help to promote STEM.
So for us here in Brazil, we have our City Hall, which was our first government sponsor we had. We had to go there and talk to them, present what we have done in the last years here in our lab, the titles we have won, the teams we have helped, and how much we have achieved. It is easier for you to talk to your government after you've had a few time, you know, like go to your community, try to help. What we do a lot here in Brazil is to donate clothes, food, money when we can, water, those types of things are good. Like the government likes to see you doing that. So that would definitely help your team, you don't have to buy those things. You can ask for help to donate to places that need that help. That's what we do here. During the pandemic, we developed face shields, and we donated them. So these types of things to help your community will make you good seen, Then your community and your government will want to be part of that, Since you're helping everyone, they will want to be a part of that. So that's what I would say is the best way to get the attention from your government and your community.
Another anonymous question is, oh wait, I think you already answered.
Do you have any advice of when to start searching to open a team?
It depends on which category you are interested. I read here that there's school interested, but it's closed. There's the timeline that when you can start a team, it depends on the category. But I think it's a good time to start searching for team members and other materials that you need, and start to develop a budget that you will need when you are able to register your team. So I don't know if you're talking about FLL and FTC, but it depends on which time and which category you're talking about. But as I said, it's a good time to start researching about it, about the prices and about costs that you will have, and where is the closer regional to you where you can compete, and how many members you will need, and who is interested as well, who can be your mentor, who can be your coach. So I think you can enjoy that time to do that. And when the register is open, you can register your team and start building and competing.